To become an aggressive producer, you must acknowledge your production on a day-to-day basis. Through the course of the day, you should acknowledge how much policies are you selling, how much broker's fee are you charging. So you need to keep track of this. You need to keep track of your production on a day-to-day basis, through the course of the day, on a weekly basis, so you can have a projection of how you're going to finish at the end of the month. Now you need to follow a goal. I'll give you an example. $10,000 for the whole month. That should be your goal. Now, how are you going to reach those $10,000? First of all, you need to keep in mind that you need to charge more than $120, $130, $140 if you want to reach $10,000 in broker's fee every single month, which is possible, but it's going to take effort from you. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take a lot of keeping track of your activity, keeping track of your numbers, of your sales, of your production, and most importantly, generating traffic through marketing, through referral leads. All of these are connected. The more traffic you generate, the more policies you're going to sell. So I'll give you an example. Your goal should be $10,000 in broker's fee, okay? You need an average of 190. I'll give you an example. And I'm using 190 because I don't want to use a 150. 150 it's pretty easy to reach a 150 BF. You're not working hard or harder if you want to focus on a 150 BF. You need to focus all your energy on closing more deals and charging more broker's fee. So let's use 190. So that means you would have to finish with 53 policies through the course of the month. Now, most likely, you're going to work 21 or 22 days within a month. So if we divide 53 into 22, that means you need 2.4, so 2.5. So one day you have to process 2 policies, another day 3 policies, 2, 3, 2, 3. That's technically your goal. Now let's do the math. 10,000 divided by 190, that's 53 policies. 53 divided by 22, that's 2.5. So 2.5 times 190, you're going to need a minimum of 480 There's gonna be days, so you got to do all the math. There's gonna be days, if you calculate 190 times 3, you need 570. On the day that you produce 3 policies, you need 570 broker's fee. On the days that you produce 2 policies, you need 380. So I'll give you another way of looking at this. If we divide 10,000 in broker's fee by 22 working days, you need 455. So let's say 460. So your goal should be, I need to finish with 3 policies every single day, even though it's 2.5. 3 policies every single day, and I need to reach no less than 460 in broker's fee every single day. So if you divide 460 into 3, that's a 160 average. If you divide 460 into 2, that's a 230 average. And of course, you also got to keep in mind that there's a balance. There's some deals that you're going to process at a $50 BF, $100 BF, but the whole goal and the purpose of this segment is for you to understand that you need to acknowledge that you just processed a 50, so now you need to work on a 350, so it could be 400, you divide 400 into 2, now you're looking at a $200 broker's fee average. So in this segment, what I'm teaching you is you need to acknowledge, you need to be aware, you need to calculate, you need to set up a projection, you need to follow a goal, you need to know all the details of your production to actually meet your goal. Now, if you know your production every single day and you're doing the calculations, and there's a day that maybe you didn't sell much, you sold 1 policy at a $50 BF. Now, the following day, you have to balance it out. So you're going to do your regular 460 minus 50 because you processed 50 the previous day. So that's 410 plus 460. Now your goal for that day is 870. Now it's all about the mentality. Now if you set up your mentality, set up your goal for the day early in the morning, and you work towards reaching your goal, I guarantee you, you're going to reach your goal. See, the problem when we have a bad day, when we don't produce the quantity of policies or the quantity of broker's fee, is simply because we didn't start focusing on that from the beginning. Matter of fact, we never had it as a goal. We were just hoping, that it would happen. So you need to focus from early in the morning on fulfilling your goal within sales. Do your math, calculate, evaluate, set up your goal for the day. You already know your goal for the month. Do the math every single day. Every single time you process a policy, keep track of it so you can know and have a good idea of what you need to do on the next policy. Now, I can guarantee you, if you know you need a 300 or a 350 on the next deal, you're going to try to get a 350 because you're focused from the beginning on obtaining a 350. Now, if you really don't know if you need it or not, you're probably just going to go conservative and you're going to go for a 150 or 200. It's going to be an easy deal. They didn't really give you a hard time. And then at the end of the sale, you're going to tell yourself, I could have charged a little bit more. But the fact was that you didn't even give yourself an opportunity because you didn't really know what type of calculations you had or what type of deal you needed to maintain your goal. So once again, when we talk about sales, it's very important. Keep track of your sales. Keep track of your daily policies. How much are you charging? Your average. Follow the projection to help you reach your goal, which it should be 10,000 or nothing less than 10,000. So even if you're far from 10,000, let's work towards reaching 10,000. Let's don't settle for something lower, because if you're averaging 5,000 in broker's fee and your goal is 6,000, guess what? You're gonna finish with 5,000 because your mentality is gonna force you to work the same way or to follow the same system that you followed the previous month. So it requires a different goal, a different mentality to be able to reach a higher level of broker's fee. So once again, keep track of all your activity, keep track of all your deals, and make sure you keep some sort of record so you can know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis to reach your goal.